Hello and welcome to Krackpots We Met Downstairs, brought to you by Krackpots Comedy Club in Massillon, Ohio, with special thanks to Funny Noises Studios in Massillon, Ohio, and shout out to Dinda Moe's Unique Chocolates, which can be found at Krackpots Comedy Club in Massillon, Ohio. I am your host, Rebecca Morcoolin, and today I am with Curtis Hall.
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing good, Curtis. So you just were downstairs. We just did the pre-show meeting for the show tonight. Redundant how I just said that, but it's fine. And then Chris came to me and said, hey, you want to do... I just finished interviewing the headliners. He said, hey, you want to do one more? I said, sure. So now you're up here for this podcast. How you feeling? Describe the vibe.
It's a busy place down there tonight. It's going to be an exciting show. A lot of first responders. I'm pretty excited to be here.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm not good with vibes, you know what I mean?
No, that's okay. That's okay. I like that. When I ask to describe the vibes, sometimes people will go on like tangents and stuff, but you were very concise in what you wanted to say.
Yeah,
I like that. That's cool.
This is an exciting place to be right now, man, with everything going on here. So it's fun doing shows here.
Yeah, it's a nice venue. I like it here, obviously. I'm hosting the podcast.
Yes, you're doing a great job.
Saying, oh, thank you. So here at Krackpots We Met Downstairs, we know a lot of people get asked the same questions over and over again, and that can be boring to get the same like 10 to 15 questions all the time. So I'm gonna try to ask you a question that you have not been asked before.
Oh, let's go.
See if I could do it, okay? If you could remove one element from the periodic table, snap your fingers, poof, it doesn't exist anymore, what would it be and why?
Oh, no, I'm a terrible student. Oh, yeah, that's one I've never been asked before.
Yes, I get it.
Oh, this is a challenge. I got a test. They didn't tell me to prepare for a quiz. I don't even know. I feel dumb right now. It's great.
That's okay. It's okay not to know. That's fine. Everything we have is very, very important.
What's one that I wouldn't know?
Hydrogen?
Yeah, let's take out hydrogen. That one's terrible.
No hydrogen? No more hydrogen?
No more hydrogen. We're not powering anything.
Oh, no.
I'm a terrible student. That's why I do comedy. Try to be funny.
Were you the class clown growing up?
Yeah, I guess. I was kind of a jock too, but I always thought jokes got me everywhere, trying to be funny.
When was the best joke that you told as a kid that like got you out of trouble or something? Has you ever told a joke that got you out of trouble? Or did the jokes usually get you into trouble?
No, I'm a get into trouble kind of guy, but like, I think growing up, dating and stuff all came from comedy for me because I'm so ugly.
Oh, wait, what does that mean?
Oh,
you say you're using humor to overcompensate a little bit?
Oh,
or
yeah,
like to
for
make
sure.
Up for not make up. I don't. It sounds mean when I say it, but you know what I mean, right? You get what I'm saying?
No, I'm completely okay with it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly. If you're ugly, you better be funny.
Oh, no. Do you think pretty people can be funny?
I'm out here at Krackpots. I don't see a lot of them. No, yeah, I guess, no, there's such a variety of humans. That's what makes this so fun with the open mics. I know you're an open micer too, and it's every walk of life, every person. So yeah, man, I do believe pretty people can be funny. I think ugly people are funnier.
So you think scientifically, if we could distill humor to a science, funniest attractive person with the most funny not attractive person, the not attractive person would be funnier.
Oh, we're destroying them. The ugly crew's destroying them.
Yeah.
Scientifically speaking, they don't stand a chance. We've been doing this for so long. Ugly people, that's what we do.
Well, I guess everything boils down to practice. And if you had a lot of practice...
I've had a lot of practice. That's funny.
I'm trying to be, I'm just trying to explain it in a way that doesn't make me sound like a douchebag. Because when I say it, I feel like I sound like a douchebag. I'm not trying to sound like a douchebag.
No, ugly people are going to get this.
I guess.
People that's not going to get it.
I guess if you don't get it, then it's just not for you.
Yeah, if you don't get it, then you're pretty. Like
You're not in the club.
Yeah, congratulations.
You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
That's funny. What a great start to this interview. I'm very
We're going to offend everybody right off the rip.
Well, I don't know. I don't like making fun of people's appearances and stuff, and I don't want to come off as that. To me, at least, that feels like low-hanging fruit, you know? I don't like poking fun at people over things that they don't have control over.
Isn't comedy self-deprecation one of the leading ways to get the big laugh, the big chuckle?
That's part of it, but self-deprecation is different than, like, deprecating someone else. You know what I mean? If I decided to make a joke about my acne or something, I don't have a joke about my acne, maybe I should workshop it. But, like, if I choose to do that, that's different because I know it's funny because I wrote it. Now, somebody else could come in and they make a joke about my acne. Maybe I'll think it's funny. Maybe I won't think it's funny. And that's just not really, like,
well, if you
know what I mean?
If you go to the open mic for here, and I know you've seen us, but I think Trevor and I, we beat up on each other pretty good with the looks thing. I think it's hilarious. I wouldn't make fun of you. You know, we're laughing together because that's the beauty of comedy, right? We're all laughing together. I'm trying to get the laugh with me. And that's the hardest thing when people talk about bombing. They don't understand understand that this is the funniest thing I've ever said, in my opinion, and I just landed nothing. You were at the Daily Press when I bombed a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I guess about a month ago now. But that's the hardest thing. I think that's more of an insult to me than saying I'm ugly.
Like, how dare you not laugh at my jokes about my face?
Some of the jokes that I'm going to tell tonight, I guarantee the crowd blows up on. That night, I couldn't get a laugh anywhere. So I'm okay with some insults here or there. It's all in fun, especially in this environment.
Is it more beneficial to bomb during a set, or is it more beneficial to get upward laughters?
I'll be real with you, and I know you know this, because we were sitting right next to each other when I did it, and we were sitting a table away. I learned so much that night. I learned that you have to be in your crowd. You have to know where that is. You have to understand that you're talking to that crowd. And if they're not engaged with you, you really might be wasting your time. And I love the Daily Press. I think what's happening there is great. It's just I'm a redneck from Mifflin. The things that I'm saying may not be funny to those people, and I get it. So I learned so much that night. I'm a better comedian because of that night. If you could see it, it was a great one.
Hey, but sometimes I feel like you gotta learn audiences. And not only that, but you also need to learn how to... There's almost like a skill to bombing in a way, in my opinion, because you have to know to understand that this isn't working, but still like be a professional enough to be like, the show must go on.
Yeah.
And knowing that, okay, maybe this isn't the right crowd for this, but I still have my performance, and that's going to help you more in the long run, because then when you get in front of a crowd that, you know, is more receptive, it's like, oh, yeah.
Well,
you know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think a mature man would have been a good loser. I understood. I walked away as what I did, and I understood that I had to take notes. I went back to my table, was taking notes of what happened, and gracefully step off stage, tiptoe back to your table. But I am grateful for that moment. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm grateful for that moment. You high-fived me when I came off stage, and some other people did too. But I haven't bombed like that since. And obviously I'm opening up for Jim tonight. So it was a great experience. And I know it's tough. This is one of those things you talk about on a comedy podcast with an open micer, really. You know what I mean? But it was, I learned a lot that night.
Nice. So why don't you tell me a little bit more about how you got into comedy in the first place?
I've been wanting to do it for years. I've been writing for a while. We came to a show. I did some lurking, we call it, hanging out. No one really knows you exist. And then I got the guts to come to Krackpots and do an open mic, and I've been hooked since. I've gone some experience, with Afterlife and then Daily Press, and I'm a Krackpots open micer. I guess I'm not even ashamed to say that, right? So it's been a great experience. I started writing a few years ago, like the idea of writing. I just didn't have the bravery to go get on stage, but I got the time, I got the material, and once I was comfortable with it, what I had was funny, and then I went ahead and stepped on stage in the most terrifying way possible.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people have a lot of nerves when they first go up on stage, but like that opens the door for the rest of them. The amount of comics that I've talked to on this show, they say, the first time I went up and it was terrible, but like I got bit by the bug, and I'm like, I'm never not doing this. This is gonna be my thing forever. Yeah.
Honestly, my first was great. I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 in, the Daily Press situation happened, so I was several in. I always tell people I'm like, I don't know, 8 and 2. And I'm joking, but that's how it goes. You go up there, either you fly or you crash. And that first night, the nerves kept me energetic, and over time I've learned that my style is to pin my ears back and just go after the crowd for however long I'm on stage. And when I'm done saying funny stuff, I get off stage. So that's kind of my go-to move right now.
What's the weirdest thing that you've seen at an open mic?
Oh, there's some good ones, man. There have been some things that were said, and I don't want to repeat them on a podcast, but there's a couple things said that you're like, oh, you ever see the Friday movie where the two guys are sitting on the porch and they pull back and they're like, damn.
It's like, oh, dang, you went there. You're not expecting that at this open mic.
Yeah, and I think for a lot of us, as we're learning, George Carlin said comedy is figuring out where the line is and then intentionally crossing it. I think what happens is some people unintentionally cross it. Everybody goes, ooh. It's so obvious to people who do it when they unintentionally cross the line. But obviously, sometimes that creates a bomb. The crowd pulls back from you. But there's been some hilarious moments.
Well, has there ever been a time where somebody intentionally crossed the line and the audience still pulled back? Because that can also be a part of it as well. I've interviewed a couple of comics that talk about, there was something I could have said. I could have made more jokes, but I did not, because that was not right for the crowd. So could that also play into it?
No, as well? I've done that here. I had a joke about Akron and fentanyl, and I said I got into it, and it must have been majority from that area, and the fentanyl definitely pulled the crowd back, and I just steered away and drove on another direction. Yeah. I've seen it happen a couple times. I think the one that dances with it probably the most is probably Trevor. Trevor can pull the crowd in and out. And that's a pretty talented thing. So sometimes he just says it to see what the crowd will do. I don't think most of us are that intentional with their actions yet.
Yeah, Trevor's good. I
Yeah,
like
he's
Trevor.
good.
I interviewed him a few weeks ago. Well, I guess he's in an earlier episode. I don't know. The timeline is a little wonky because this is all pre-recorded, so it's
Yeah.
a few months away, but then it's not that long away from this episode, but then also it's farther because when we recorded it anyway.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, but yeah, it's fun here because of that. I mean, you get to watch people of all styles.
Do you have a particular style that you like to watch the most? Or are you just like taking everything in and just absorbing and learning?
I love it all. Like you said, I got the bug. I like the people who are trying to do it and are learning, and I like the people who have that natural talent, and I like the people who are talented, like Mike or Trevor. It's all a great show, and I'm just along for the ride to see what's next.
Nice. I've never had anyone so concise on this podcast. They're usually going off on tangents and all over the place.
I try to be more intentional, but this is a great thing to be able to do. So it's awesome to be here with you. It's awesome to be downstairs in like comedy holy ground that is becoming Krackpots, right? So it's great. I'm having a blast.
That's awesome. So what did you do before getting into comedy? Are you still working outside of comedy? Are you pursuing this full time?
I just do this for fun. Like it's a hobby. I'm a police officer. This is the first responder show tonight. And so, yeah, there's a whole crowd full of first responders downstairs.
What's the craziest thing that's happened while you were on the job as a police officer?
Oh, there's been so much. Crazy. Do you mean like the most awful thing or the most funny?
Whatever you feel comfortable sharing.
I've had some terrible stuff and I've had some funny moments. You have people lie to you that you know is lying to you and you just play dumb to get them to come along the ride with you. And then you're all ultimately just talking them in the back of a cop car. Like, you know what I mean? And they think you're dumb and you don't, they're trying to get back in their car and leave and I'm trying to get them in my car to leave. So that's a fun journey no matter which way you look at it. But it's hard to say. I mean, I've had cases of child abuse and, you know, I have one that's pretty well known, but child abuse is terrible for me. I hate it and I fight for children everywhere, but I love dumb criminals and I love night patrol and that when I was doing that, and it's all fun, but it's a lot of downs and a lot of ups. That's what it's something we always talk about in our field. It's a lot of fun times, there's a lot of low times, and you know, you just got to be tough.
We're just nodding. We're just nodding along together. So I'm just processing what you're saying. Are you involved in like certain advocacies for children? Any organizations or anything like that?
So no, I mean I support homeless shelter stuff. I've always fought for kids, but I do animal investigations and the duties of a dog warden kind of thing. But I also do animal investigations. So yeah, I try to fight for things that don't fight for themselves.
That's awesome.
You're like, I don't know what to say right now.
I don't know what to say. You're right. I don't know what to say.
But that's why I'm here. I'm here to try to heal, you know, with everybody else. It's fun to be on this journey, getting better, healthier.
Yeah. Have you noticed any significant health changes while you've been doing stand-up?
I feel better. Mindset better. I know you do the journal thing, and I know you do the writing, but there's this big thing about us in the first responder world journaling, and no one does it because it doesn't work for a large majority. But the first time I journaled, I was like, this doesn't work. It's kind of dumb. And then I wrote a joke. The endorphins go, and I knew right then that I had something there. So I try to write funny. I don't try to write sad. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So that's the journey for me.
Okay, so it sounds like the journaling had to take a different form. No, not the traditional journaling of just writing out all your feelings, but taking those feelings that you were having and channeling it into something more artistic was beneficial for you.
Yeah, Mike says, listen to your head. You know what I mean? Listen to yourself. That's what I have found. Obviously, I did that before him, but that's a great piece of advice. That's what they're looking for to journaling. Listen to what actually works for you.
And you found what works for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, now I'm here. Weirdly, on a podcast with you.
Heck yeah. Now you're here on Krackpots we met downstairs.
Yes, we are here.
That's awesome. That's so cool, Curtis. I don't know what else to say.
Come to open mic nights.
Yeah, go to open mics. Open mics are fun.
If I had to give the best advice I could give to people, open mic nights is a free comedy night here at Krackpots with 20 comedians who all come out open for touring guys. You know, it's free, but if you see all these guys on a different night, you'd pay hundreds of dollars. And they're free, doing 5 minutes, working on their stuff. And you may hear things that they're not going to say in the show. It's funnier.
Yeah, well, they're ironing out their sets, so you get to watch. And if you come here multiple weeks in a row, you can watch the progression of jokes, which I've done, even in my own material. And comedians will come up to each other and be like, that was so good. You're doing so much better.
Well, that's the other thing. If you want to come and do comedy, this place is like no other. The camaraderie of that green room is of nothing but respect, right? And you know that. But there's a lot of backslapping and a lot of high-fiving. And if you do good, they tell you do good. And if you do bad, we talk about it. And not from a mean way. Hey, let's just talk about it, see what we can do better. It's great. One of the best environments you could be in. For me, I love it. Absolutely love it.
When I first started coming here, and I got some advice from one of the comics about rewriting my set a little bit, and it was really nice to get some criticism that was like genuinely constructive.
Oh yeah, like you.
Because a lot of people think they're being constructive and they're not. Nothing they're saying is really helpful. They're not offering anything other than, I don't think that was very good. I'm like, okay, well, do you have any ideas on how to fix it? She's like, no, it just wasn't good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool.
Hey, you didn't pay to be here, so.
Like, cool. Like, I don't know, what am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah. I think the environment of which that respect is not only given, but expected. Mm-hmm. You're going to respect each other. And when the new person goes up on stage, they almost always go up stage to a roaring crowd because all 20 of us are yelling for them to go get it, right? We don't give them a dead room, ever. We'd never give a new person a dead room. I'm proud to be part of that.
Yeah. I don't know if there's really been a dead room here. Some crowds are quieter than others, but every time that I performed, I can look into the crowd and I can see at least one or two people are jiving with what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you got a dead room here, either you said something that pulled the crowd back, which is probably your fault, or there's just nobody out there.
Yeah.
Like, I think outside of a snowstorm or a tornado coming through Massillon tonight, there's going to be people here. So it's a great environment. I hope if you're considering and you're listening to this podcast, you're considering doing open mic, come and do it with us.
Heck yeah, man. I love that. Well, Curtis, it's about time to wrap up this episode. Do you have anything you want to plug before I do my outro?
No, thank you for having me tonight.
All right. Thank you for coming, man. I'm going to shake your hand if that's cool. Yeah. You can't see it because it's just audio, but we're shaking hands. And yeah, this podcast is pre-recorded, but don't let that stop you from coming in for a live show. Our website has our schedule. The website is called crackpotscomedy.com. Check it out. See what strikes your fancy. If you come in for a Friday or Saturday show, tell them Rebecca sent you and you will get $5 off your check. And while you are here at Krackpots Comedy Club in Massillon, Ohio, check out Dinda Mo's Unique Chocolate. She's got her own little kiosk right at the front of the club. You'll find it. It's there. And you can also order Pigs in Mud, which is a Krackpots exclusive from Dinda Mo's Unique Chocolates. It's a little brownie shaped like a little piggy that's coated in chocolate and then covered in chocolate syrup. It's so good. You guys should order it. And you can only get it here, so you have to come for a live show and order it. And we talked about this a little bit earlier, but this podcast is being recorded in an old radio station right above Krackpots. We have one room dedicated to the podcast, but we have a couple of other rooms that aren't being used right now. So perhaps if you have a podcast, or maybe you need a location for a short film or something, you can reach out to Funny Noises Productions at nfpbookings@gmail.com and get more information on that. Yep. My name is Rebecca Marcoulin. This has been Krackpots We Met Downstairs. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time. Bye!